Hello. Hope you guys are all having a beautiful, thriving Thursday. It is so beautiful out here. I had to be able to sit in my backyard and enjoy the weather with you guys. I'm hoping that my reception stays really good. I put my earbuds on so there wasn't too many different noises. Lots of puppy dogs in our neighborhood, which are great and wonderful, but they can sometimes be distracting and very vocal about different things. We have a cool little airport here close by, so there can be lots of different airport traffic sounding. Discovered recently that it's actually a training type of school also, so that's why there's lots of little those tiny little planes that are always flying overhead, so lots of fun. But today, so we're in September, right? It is September 7th, can you believe it? And we are going to dig into how to thrive on this Thursday with our self-care. And I want to talk to you guys about food and how, the good, the bad, the ugly of food, but no, really, the mind, body, soul, spirit of food. That's something that we need to really, think about of where does our mind go when we think of food? It's a very emotional topic, really and truly. It's something that can be very emotional for a lot of people. And what does food have to do with self-care, right? Well, it has a lot of things to do with our self-care. Every single one of us have at least once in our life eaten emotionally, punished ourselves with food, even rewarded ourselves with food, right? We get a job, or we did a great job, or we did a run, right? Or did something, and we reward ourselves with food rather than just really proud of ourselves. Or we break up with a friend, or we have a fight with a spouse, we get frustrated with our children and we go to the pantry. So we have this connection, and we can't dismiss the fact that there is an emotional link to food. So we've all, at least once in our life, have eaten for the wrong reasons other than to nourish or nurture ourselves with food, right? So why is food so emotional? Why do we struggle with food? So these are my thoughts. Eve, think about it, all right? From the very beginning, sin and temptation, disobedience, fear was introduced to us from the enemy through food, an apple, right? And food is even more confusing today because of the fact that there's so many different types of diets, types of lifestyles. There's paleo, there's vegan, vegetarian, Mediterranean, SAD, the standard American diet, Ayurvedic, AIP, GAPS, keto, the list goes on, right? It can be so confusing. But what if we just stopped for a moment, took a breath, even to get our breathe essential oil and breathe it in, right? Take a breath and look at the Bible for guidance. What if we just stop and tune in to what is right for me, what is right for you? Whatever your name is, whether it's Stacy, whether it's Cheryl, whether it's Tina, whether it's Frank, Greg, Brian, Joe, plug in your name and say, what is the right food choices for me, for plug in your name. All right, so the first step to self-care is getting to know you. An amazing, simple way to get in tune with you, with yourself, is to fast. All right, so yes, I said fast, which means actually to not go to food, right? To once a week schedule a 24-hour fast of just water with essential oils, water with apple cider vinegar, herbal teas, to give your physical body the rest so that you can spiritually and mentally connect to your body and soul. Using this to connect with God and seeking His wisdom for what is the right foods for you. What is the root to the emotions behind your choices? And it's amazing. You will be so amazed at the strength that you will gain from it, the insight, the clarity. Are you skeptical yet? I have been fasting religiously and faithfully for over 7 years now, in one variation form or another, and I see the amazing breakthroughs that it has had for me, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. It is so good for my soul. So if you're still skeptical, there's a lot of people that are skeptical about, how can this possibly be good for me physically? We all understand the emotional concept. My puppy dogs just chased a squirrel. We all understand that, that biblically fasting is wonderful, but then there's the skeptical, of, well, how could this be good for us physically? Well, there's lots of great resources for you to check out. First of all, our number one teacher, the Bible. Why does the Bible talk about fasting so much? All right, so it's not just spiritual teaching. There's actual physical teaching about fasting in the Bible. But in addition to the Bible, there is resources like Dr. Eric Z. There is a wonderful book by Mr. Bragg's, The Miracle of Fasting. There's St. Hildegard, and there's tons of studies and science to back it all up. There's studies and science that has been done through Harvard Medical School. There's just so many different sciences and studies out there backing up the physical benefits even of fasting, the simplisticness of fasting with just water, apple cider vinegar, and essential oils, herbal teas for 24 to 36 hours. So I challenge you to do this once a week. Just pick a day in the week that you're going to fast from dinner to dinner or lunch to lunch for 24 hours. Remember that where the mind goes, so goes the heart. So purpose yourself. Get really clear in your mind that you can do this and that it's not about punishment, that it is about true freedom and true connection. And it's as simple as, like I said, going from dinner to dinner, lunch to lunch, no food other than water, essential oils, apple cider vinegar, herbal tea, some essential oils that really help during a water fast is peppermint to give you just a little bit of boost and energy in the morning as well as the middle of the day. Lemon, doing a drop of lemon in your water, warm water, is cleansing. Wild orange in your water anytime during the day is also rejuvenating and uplifting. And remember, fasting is personal. It's private. It is something that's between you and God, and you're getting that chance to be able to really connect with Him. So again, I challenge you, do this once a week. Look at what your schedule is going to look like each week and figure out what day is going to be your best day to do a 24-hour fast. And I challenge you to journal about this. I dare you to do this for at least 9 weeks. Think of it as a novena, all right? Once a week, you do a day you set aside, and it's your first day of a novena. And then the next week, all right? So at a minimum of 9 weeks to 3 months, I challenge you, journal about it, write about it. And if you haven't heard God speak to you and reveal amazing things to you, I want to hear. But I really don't think that you won't. I want to hear how God speaks to you and reveals amazing things about your whole health, your whole mind, body, soul, spirit health. All right, so that is my challenge. Remember, we talked about journaling last week. So it's perfect. You have your journal. You're starting to journal, right? Right? And if you haven't gotten your journal yet, then go get yourself a journal and start journaling and set aside 1 day a week to really connect with God, to give yourself that self-care with a fast, to be able to connect with Him, to learn more about what your true mind, body, soul, spirit needs are. All right, you guys have a beautiful and blessed day. Enjoy your thriving Thursday, and I'll talk to y'all later. All right, God bless.